All right, good day and welcome to another episode of RoadFS Detail Memoirs. I'm Jody.
And I'm Puzey, and we are always sponsored by RoadFS, but today I want to remind everybody about our giveaway that we do every month. So with Buff and Shine Manufacturing, we are giving away not just boxes of the Reflection Artist stuff, but a huge box of pads. There are dozens of things in there. There's big ones, there's small ones, there's some other items in there, some mystery items, some apparel, free software. So get your name in this bowl. We draw that next Thursday at the same time. All you got to do to be in is go subscribe to our YouTube channel at RoadFS Memoirs and do some kind of post with hashtag Reflection Artist, hashtag Buff and Shine Manufacturing, and hashtag RoadFS, and you are in the drawing for free stuff.
And I tell you, man, it has been super fun this weekend. I got to go to Portland with the one-day extreme training with the P&S crew and their legendary launch of a new ceramic. So that was super awesome, super fun to be with Keith Duplessis and Sydney. And I tell you, there's always something moving and shaking. We're counting down the days to the Southern Detailers Conference. I tell you, Big D's created quite a lineup, so Rod and I are getting excited about that. But we're really excited because you talk about another launch. We have Tom Smith from Buff Brite, and he's been working on something in the background that he is announcing today. So welcome, Tom. We're super excited to have you.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on your show here. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun to chat with you. And, it's interesting because I see a lot of YouTube videos of people using your for real. And that seems to be pretty popular to get rid of that pet hair.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch it grow. We actually just released our second version of it. If no one's checked it out, see if I can get it up by the camera. But you can see there is now little glides built into each corner. So we had a problem in the beginning where guys were giving a little bit too much of that Rennie Doyle muscle, and leaning on that thing. And or maybe I should say that Jody muscle. He's the one doing that all those workouts all day. Sorry, Rod. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't want to miss you in that conversation. but
his muscle's all right here.
That's right. My muscle's all right here. It's
so big. It's so big. He has to cover it.
That's right. That's right.
It's just obscene. There you go. But anyways, no, a lot of guys with a lot of power, and they're scrubbing on those carpets thinking they can dig that hair out of there, and they don't realize that when they push down hard, it traps that hair. So we came up with a way to go around that. We put these wear bars on there, and these wear bars make it so I don't care how hard you're pushing, you're not going to wear off those little nibs because you get that big, thick piece of rubber on the corner. And you're going to have to wear through that before you can get to all the little nibs on the tool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's totally awesome. And we've actually, it's fun because we've been there in your shop and kind of your test area, which is more than your test area. It's actually a really nice shop. So when you last a little over a year ago, we were there when you were releasing that product, and it's really cool to see how it's grown and where it's coming to in its next version. So.
Yeah, we're always trying to improve, just like P&S, just like Buff and Shine, just like you guys. I mean, You never rest on your laurels. You got to listen to what customers say, and you got to try and improve, make things better. And so the new one's called the Furreel Pro. Don't go to Amazon to get that because you're still going to get the old one. The only way you're going to get the new one is at buffbrite.com. So buy a kit, and you'll have enough to make you for a while. But
that's
cool.
Awesome.
That's totally awesome. That's exciting.
So you've been in the background the last couple months working on a little side project that you have a
side
vision
hustle.
So you want to tell us about your new project?
Yeah, my wife thinks I was crazy, but so a friend of mine, Jim Jeffries, he's back in West Virginia. He contacted me probably 9-10 months ago. It's probably been about 10 months. And he said, hey, listen, I've been in the magazine industry for about 25 years. And I'm a big car enthusiast. I'm not a detailer, but I happened to go by one of my local detail shops here and get a detail done. And when I was picking it up, I said, so, I'm a magazine guy. What do you guys have in the industry that is just for detailers? And the guy told him pretty much nothing. We have a car wash magazine, and that's kind of it. And it's mostly car wash. And so Jim was like, well, good. Here's something I'm interested in, and I know this market with magazines. So how can we do something to work together on this? He called me and we got acquainted, and it's he approached me. He said, I want to start a magazine. I want you to help me out, and let's get involved. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be rude, but print is dead. I don't read a lot of printed magazines. Do you guys?
Right. No.
No, never.
It's they sit there and they just don't get read. And so for that reason, I told him, I said, I don't want to get involved in a magazine, but I will get involved if you want to do something in digital print, because that people can read when they're in the airport. They can read when they're somewhere shopping with their wife and they're tired of sitting at TJ Maxx. Sorry, dear, I'm not dissing on you there. They can read it on the toilet. I don't care. I mean, that's up to you, but at least it's there for you to read whenever you need to at your convenient time. And the other thing is, it gives you more versatility. So you can click on an ad from RoadFS and you can go in and see what they do. You could find out about them. And it also gives RoadFS a chance to look and see, hey, how many people are going to our site from this? So it gives them some analytics to work with that can't. Okay, you there, guys?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
we lost your mic just for a sec, so
no problem. But anyways, so that in a nutshell, that's how it all began. And it's been 8 months now. We've been working on it. And it's been a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but we're getting really close to our release here on it in April, in the first week of April. So everybody get ready, and if you haven't, sign up at worldofshine.com.
So what is going to be the focus of it, right? Because there are car rags, there's the car wash magazine, but what are you guys hoping to focus on? What is going to be beneficial for the reader, the subscriber? What do you guys have in store?
You bet. So what I did when we sat down and started talking about it, I said, what would I want to read? And then I reached out to some friends and said, okay, what would you want to read? Well, the first thing we found out, guys, nobody wants to read. So we're going to have about 20% print and 80% video blogs. And we've got everybody from, you name it. Keith Duplessis, you just mentioned, he's going to be in there. We've got about 40 influencers in the market, guys that are really big and have been in this market for a long time. Jason Rose from RoadFS has sent us a couple of video blogs, and he's going to keep sending them, and his are wonderful. We've got I wish I had brought my list with me here, but even Billy Bogus, just a lot of guys down the line that are guys all these detailers know and respect. Trying to get Rennie to put us one together. I sent him a message. Maybe you could reach out to him and tell him we'd love to get him involved.
That guy's so
Diane,
busy now.
Diane would be great because she's got a little bit of stand-up comedian in her, and I think if nothing else, it would be a great release for her to get up there and do some improv.
There you go. There you go.
I don't see that happening.
I do, but it'd be a PG-13.
It'd be yeah.
Maybe
So
well, I think we're all grown-ups here. We can probably take it.
Okay, good.
So in a typical episode, because you're going to be distributing these 4 times a year, correct?
Yes. So we will we'll be doing end of March to April. That's our first quarter. Then in June will be kind of a summer one. The March one, the first quarter will usually be an MTE type of a synopsis, and we didn't get that this year. That didn't really happen. So The one in June will probably focus on Southern Detailers Conference with Daryl over there. And Daryl's, we've got a write-up on him that's coming in this. So guys can be ready and have some information to learn about it. Then the one in October is a pre-SEMA, what to expect, what to, getting guys ramped up for SEMA. And then the last one in December will be kind of a buyer's guide. So it'll be mostly our advertisers kind of putting out some things. Hey, look, we've got this, we've got that. And you guys can go Christmas shopping, as it were, for your detail businesses.
There you go. So yeah, that's good. I mean, because there's a lot of that stuff that's really needed. I mean, I know people, anytime somebody's never been to SEMA, that's the first thing they want to know is what's the survivor's guide to SEMA. And it's not just, I mean, it's crazy. It's little things. It's like, okay, choose the right shoes, bring a
big
snack.
Time.
Have a lot of cash on
bring
hand.
Bring
a backpack with a lunch, just so over and over, bring an extra charger for your phone because you're taking so many videos and pictures, you're going to run out by noon. I mean, just those kind of tips that, and I like what you're doing there because I'm the same way. I mean, I was a lifetime subscriber to, Hot Rod Magazine and Classic Trucks and everything. And that's kind of gone by the wayside. I mean, I can get exactly the same information and on my phone, and I don't need to go out and get this piece of paper. I still am very tactile. I like magazines, but I won't pick up very many of them,
Yeah, I've noticed, in fact, I thought about this last night. Judy and I were at Winco really late last night, and we were walking by the magazine rack, and I was amazed at how it has shrunk in actual footage on the shelf. And so I'm excited that you guys are going to incorporate video because we know the power of video in 2021 to be able to, really connect with the presenter, his or her message. And it's just next level. So the fact that you guys are incorporating that, I think will be very interesting to your readership or viewership.
Yeah, we want these to be 3 to 5 minute blog posts. We want them to be very personality based. We want them to talk about something. Maybe it's a neat trick they remembered that they use when they detail. Maybe it's just something about our industry they've noticed that they want to get their 2 cents out about. We're not limiting them, but we will view them and make sure that they're not trying to just push product, because that's not what we're trying to do with their
right.
But we're doing a lot of other things besides just having those guys. We will do a print format in December so that we can get one out to everybody that gives us their address. We're going to be like I said, we're going to have an unlimited number of customers that can sign up. We've literally got almost 18,000 now emails that are true detailer emails that other companies have put in, and I had about 8,000 or 9,000 I brought to the table, so we've got a good database. So I'm hoping we can reach out and get to everybody, but I can't guarantee that. So make sure that you get in and sign up if you can. We're going to have the informative articles. We're going to have the contests and giveaways that we're going to do. We've got a lot of these companies that are advertisers that are kicking in and giving products for us to do giveaways. So we're going to have contests. We've set up a hashtag, and guys are going to be able to post like their 50-50 shots there. And then the voting will be done by the guys that actually are viewers of the publication. We'll send out something and say, hey, would you be interested in voting this month? And we'll pick 10 or 15 guys and let them vote. We'll send them all the posts and say, okay, what do you think is first place, second place, third place? And then we'll announce those in the next issue. We're also going to do weekly posts. So it's not just going to be once a quarter. That's the big publication. But we might have an extra blog post from somebody or a new product from an advertiser that we want you guys to know about. We'll put it on a weekly post and get it out to the guys that are involved.
Oh, that's fantastic. And, you know, I don't know these guys that do giveaways. I mean, that stuff never works. So, you know.
Oh, I know.
No, they're fantastic. I mean, everybody loves free stuff. And one of the things that I really like about the detailing industry is that, you know, manufacturers and folks like us that are in the detailing industry on that side, that are suppliers, they're super generous. I mean, you can get people to give stuff away. There's a lot of samples that go on, and it's fantastic. And that's why I love the hands-on stuff when we do get to go to an MTE or a Southern Detailers Conference, SEMA. You know, you're getting your hands on that stuff. So that's great. So you're in publication or you're in production right now to release, or are you going to be releasing one in March then?
No, we'll probably the first week of April. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
So how do people download, subscribe? What's the mechanism for being able to participate and enjoy your awesome content?
Super easy. Just go to World of Shine, just like it sounds.com, and you'll see a subscribe tab. Enter your email address and your first name. We don't need anything. We don't need your social security number, your credit card number, nothing. All we need is that, and you're going to automatically get it. This is something that I'm trying to organize, and Jim's trying to organize, that brings the community together and lets all these guys who are getting paid nothing for it. It's a chance for us to bring content to the masses that will hopefully help them make more money, help them be more efficient, help them get more quality, and just kind of bless their families' lives at zero cost. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to get involved. It's
and it's funny because that's the same. I mean, literally, you could have just put the tagline for RoadFS Detail Memoirs. It's the same thing. You know, there's a lot of us like you and us that are out there trying to do that to, you know, elevate the industry. And I'm going to put in a little plug for the IDA right here, because people question the IDA too, and I have the same response. I'm like, well, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be involved in the industry that you're in. You get out of it what you put into it. True. And if you're involved in things like World of Shine, if you're going out there and you're regularly commenting on the posts or putting posts in there that are helpful to people, and you're involved, and you're talking to people just like the IDA, that is how you become better in the industry. And I mean, you've been around this forever. And I've been around shows where you're there, and literally the mission is, you know, whatever you're working on, whether it's the For Real Pro, the For Real, the Buff Brite, anything you're doing is literally to try to enhance and improve the lives of the detailers. And so this thing, that the World of Shine, it sounds like a great thing that we've needed for a long time, because we have a lot of stuff. I mean, our forum is, you know, it's about business and everything, but this is more about detailing in general and skills and techniques and things, which is fantastic. Short blogs that people can go and put out there. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to get involved in it.
Yeah, and you speak of the IDA. We actually consulted with Alex and everybody over at the IDA. You know, I'm on a few committees there, and love to be involved, but we wanted his input, and we wanted to know what would help them, because they're one of our main missions, because we do believe in the IDA. And it's been fun. We're using it as a way to get out events for them. We can post things to help them. We set up a scholarship fund that as some of the money starts to come in from the advertisers, we're going to take a percentage of that and set up a scholarship fund that the IDA can help us manage and give away scholarships to guys who maybe can't afford their membership for some reason to the IDA. That's just another way we're trying to help out the whole community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we, you know, look down here. We really support the IDA, you know, founding club members. And I think that people don't understand that is strictly 100% for the benefit of the industry. You know, you don't get any kind of perks or compensation for that at all. It is strictly to help promote the industry standard and the ideals that they put out there. So that's fantastic. I'm really excited about this. Jody was just talking to me about this once we got you scheduled to come on, and I had not heard of it yet. And I was like, this is awesome. And this is kind of putting stuff in the next level for the industry.
Yeah, there was a gap in the industry. There just really was. And none of this probably would have come up if COVID hadn't happened, because if we had continual trade shows, I don't think we'd have as big a problem. But, you know, I felt it in my business. I'm sure everybody felt it. You have to pivot. You have to make decisions that will make things better. And that's what we're trying to do. Is we want trade shows back. Absolutely. And we want to support those trade shows, but we want to help promote them. And we want to, if something happens, maybe COVID-21 comes around, who knows? If that does happen, I know. If that does
Bite your tongue.
We want a way for life to continue and for news to get out and for things to happen. So that was the driving force. And thank goodness for Jim that he's willing to come into an industry that he has a passion for. But even though he hasn't been a detailer, I bring 41 years of detail experience, manufacturing, inventing, supplying, all the different things that I've done over the years, as well as just basic detailing. And I'm going to try and put that to use to just kind of get it in front of as many people. I mean, if we can only help 10% of the community improve what they do, that's still worth it to me. But I'm shooting for a lot higher number than that.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things I don't think people realize is we talk to people out there. A lot of the detailers have only been in this a couple of years at the most. And that's not a dig on anybody that's just got into the industry. I mean, welcome and let's learn from each other, because in our world, in the software world, aside from the detailing stuff, the young guys bring a lot to the table, and so old veterans like us can learn stuff from the new guys. And I'm talking about Jody.
I'm like, who are you talking about old, man?
Right there. It's like the human incarnation of Papa Smurf. So
no, I think he probably colors his hair gray, right? It's
all colored. It's all style.
It's to match his shirt.
That's right.
This gray on the sides and dark in the middle.
Yeah, we all know the suave, debonair Sean Connery look-alike, so it's all good. I just don't have the British accent.
That's right. So then we are all hoping and that we are going to actually have a Southern Detailers Conference. I know that Dee is very, very excited. It's a huge thing. You guys are going to be there.
Yep.
We're going to be there. We're starting to reveal more and more about it as we go. We actually have two separate booths. We have a booth for our product for RoadFS. You can go there and get your hands on the software, ask any questions you want. But we actually have a separate booth just for Detail Memoirs. We are going to be recording live the entire time, so we can do live interviews with people. We'll get you on there. We're going to go around and highlight a lot of the vendors live during the show. I was just on the phone before this call, and there's some really super exciting things that we're going to be revealing at the show live from different vendors around the country. We're going to be bringing people in live during the conference to bring the two sides of the country together, and some other live events that are going on. So it is. I think it's an exciting time, and I know that, like you said, this World of Shine is coming around because of COVID. I think that if we can find anything positive from last year, it's that we have pivoted. We've made some changes, some adjustments, and some new things are coming out because of it that are exciting like this. That the industry, we're going to change. It's going to shift, and we're going to be able to do some new exciting things.
I agree completely. We've all learned our lessons from the trials we've been through, and now we're going to get better. As we go into the future, we'll get, because we got more guns and ammo to work with, as it were, and for the industry, we can do things more ways.
Again with the guns.
Yeah, we're not talking about your little squirt guns here. We're talking real guns.
No, I agree, and I think that's one of those things. And I'm going to say this is totally biased because I'm an old guy, but as you get older, a lot of the time something comes up like this, and you just look at your partner and go, okay, how do we deal with this one? Because it's not like there's stuff you deal with. It's like, oh, we got a new trial. We have to deal with it. We're going to pivot left. We're going to go right. We're going to hire somebody. We're going to, change direction. We're going to switch technologies, whatever it takes to, similar to you and the slides on the For Real Pro. It's like, look, you got to switch and you got to pivot when you find out new information. It's not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new road, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So,
awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share with us this new venture. We're super excited to get our hands on it. I need to make sure I go out and subscribe so that I get included in the notifications. So once again, tell us how people can connect with World of Shine and also, of course, Buff Brite.
So I'll start with Buff Brite, just Buff Brite, that's BRITE.com, just like it's up above me over there, buffbrite.com. And there's anything you want to know. We've got videos, all sorts of things on there. But World of Shine right now, it's just going to be a landing page. All you're going to see is a spot to sign up, because get ready at the beginning of April. That's when we're going to wow you. We got some cool stuff that's going to be there, and we promise it will be worth your time to click that email link and take a look. There will be plenty of stuff there that will interest you. And you, like I said, like you guys do, don't pass up those freebies. There's free stuff coming your way.
Yeah.
So make sure you're watching out. Everybody loves, there might just be a free polisher or two there. And you know how much those things cost, and lots of other products.
Cool. That is awesome.
Maybe I could win a polisher. That'd be awesome.
Merry Christmas.
Maybe
Happy
you
birthday.
could. Well, awesome. and you guys will have to have me on in a few weeks. Again, we got a new product we're releasing. I can't say anything about it until we're ready to release, but it's going to hit social media in a couple weeks here, and I'd love to talk to you guys about it. But
absolutely.
So let's set something up, and we'll kind of hit the road running and let you guys see what it is, and you guys will like it.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Maybe we'll come out and do a live show there when you're
right there.
There you go.
Cool, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for that. Those of you who tuned in, we always appreciate you liking, subscribing, and reviewing us. Make sure to use the hashtag RoadFS, Reflection Artist, and Buff and Shine to be in the drawing. And we will check you same time, same bat channel just next week.
Thanks,
See ya.
See you guys.